Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a ChatGPT Chrome extension using the DaVinci 3 model. So check this out. So here's the way it works. So you go ahead and pop up the extension and it works like this. So explain quantum mechanics to me. We get answer and perfect. This is GPT's response to my question. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to build this thing. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. And then let's get started. So first things first, you want to go to OpenAI and you want to go ahead and create an account, log in, go personal, view API keys, and go ahead and create a standard API key here. Oh. Once you created a standard API key, let's go ahead and copy it and then go to Tailwind and get the instructions to install all of the Tailwind CSS stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump into VS Code. So with VS Code, we're going to use the create React app command, and then we're also going to use Tailwind. And we're also going to use React as well. So once React is installed, here's how you want to set it up. So you can go to my GitHub and get the code as well. It'll be linked in the description, but I'm just going to kind of walk you through it now just to make sure that I don't miss anything. So when it first gets created, you need to delete the boilerplate code. And this is what we're going to leave. So I'm going to go ahead and create a manifest.json. So the manifest.json needs to be a version 3. And from here, we're going to create the default pop-up as well as import the Open API avatar PNG. And we're going to place that inside of our public folder. All right, and then from here inside of our source, here are all the files and directories we're going to be using. And then let me go over the configuration as well. So whenever you start up Tailwind, you'll need to install these dependencies as well as init it, and we're using the post CSS. And then you'll want to copy each of these and place them into your respective config files, and then also put them in your main CSS directory as well. And we're just using the app CSS for that. And here's also the post CSS config. So this is the main configuration. You're also going to want to create a dot. And there are two environment variables that you're going to want. So you're going to want the inline runtime chunk. And what this does is it stops chunking from happening in React. And you're also going to want the React API key. So this is going to be used for our ChatGPT 3 model. All right. So you're going to leave this the same, leave the index the same. And then we're going to, this is what our app looks like. So we're going to create a couple of custom components here. We're also going to create our ChatGPT library. You can import the ChatGPT library, the SDK that's already available online. I just wanted this one to make it skinny. It's simple. You can use either one. All right, so we're going to use a little bit of state, some use effects, and there's a couple of functions that we're going to call that are going to control the state and also control our response from ChatGPT. And then we're going to pass it into our React app here. So first thing, let's go into the lib directory, and this is our ChatGPT class that we're going to be using. So when we create the class, the couple of things you just need the URL, the text DaVinci 3. So this is the newest model that they have as of right now in January 2023. And then also a couple of settings you're going to want to play with. You can make these parameters if you'd like. You can also put these inside of the extension so you can control them as needed. I just left them here because I like these settings. And then here is the get completion endpoint. So like I said, you can either import it from the SDK or you can use the one I have here. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is create a couple of components. So these are the components that we're going to use for, with Tailwind. So the button one, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a button. And then also going to create a quick little container. This container is an inner and outer container. I slightly stole this from the way Tailwind does it. And then the divider, which is pretty straightforward. It's just separating the text area from GPT's response. A loader, which basically is just a loading icon, and then the response, and then finally the text area. Okay, so once you have all this done, you need to go ahead and build it. All right, so in order to build it, you're going to go npm run build. All right, and then from here, let's go over to Chrome and our extension. So we need to be in developer mode up here. And then we need to load unpacked. And then from here, you need to find your build directory. So mine's in ideas, YouTube, this extension, go into and grab the build one and say select. And then once it's selected, it should just pump it up right here. And then we can go up to our extensions, pin the extension, and then let's go ahead and run it. All right, so how does quantum computing work? And then let it think for a second, and then perfect. This is how quantum computing works according to GPT-3. I know this one was short and sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun to make. You can get it up on my GitHub, which is in the description. And go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you later.